Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode we took over 3 provinces and made the entire world angry at us. It was kind of a lot. A big reaction for 3 provinces, that's for sure. So we need to chill a little bit, and we could theoretically think about expanding up over this way eventually, but right now we have no manpower. I think we have to chill here because if they decided to attack us, yeah, our allies would defend us, France and Portugal, but I think we shouldn't count on that too much. So we definitely need to chill at this moment. Let our manpower regenerate, work a bit on our economy. I think it's all good. We've got about 1,000 ducats right now, and I'm going to spend a bunch of those on getting our great synagogues fully completed. That's now done, and that seems great. Now, we've got these guys chilling here, and they're fine there for now. I'm going to move them to Jerusalem, and we've got these guys black flagged. They're walking up that way, and these guys are walking up that way. Okay, so that seems fine. We're making a decent amount of money. Now, we can get an admin tech. We're 2 years ahead of time right now. We're working on coring. We did finish up one of our cores, so our overextension, actually 2 of our cores, our overextension is almost gone. I'm actually surprised that it's almost gone already. Delighted, but I'm surprised. Of course, we also made Israel last episode, so we're no longer Palestine, we are now Israel. So that is absolutely great. We are delighted by that. But we've got a lot of troops that need to regenerate here. We can see right now we need about 50,000 men. Fars is demanding unlawful territory. We decline. Get out of here, Fars. You can't do anything about it. So Suez is now cored. That's perfect. And let's make a state here. We're going to need full cores, of course, and that's fine. So that's going to cost some of that admin power, and that's very good. Now, these guys don't have a leader. We should roll one. Our rolling is going to go better now because of our offensive ideas. Oh, that's nice. Terrible at sieges and maneuvers, but look at those combat stats. 4 and 5. Ooh. That's good. So we're going to want to get drilling here. Anatoklion broke their alliance with us. Yep, all of these guys over here are breaking their alliances with us. We're okay with that. That is absolutely fine as of right now. Now, the rabbis are just over 50%, so I'm going to seize land. Done. And we're going to let them recover a little bit, but we should also set an agenda to boost up the loyalty. So a great synagogue in Al-Khariatan? I'm sure we're building one there right already. Yeah. So that's just free. That's a base tax. We're already doing that. We're going to do it. That looks good. So that's phenomenal. And now the question is, what do we want to do with our money? Well, we can actually build another great synagogue in Suez, and I want to do that. We can save up to maybe build some manufactories, but we don't have anywhere to build manufactories. So for the moment, we probably want to start building courthouses and universities. I also want to get these guys drilling. What is going on up here? The HRE is fighting Romagna. I'm not okay with this. What do we got going on? They're fighting Maghreb, England, Matlazinka, Newfoundland, English Mexico, English Louisiana, 13 colonies. Okay, this is all of the England stuff. And the new Holy Roman Empire. What? What is this war? Maghrebi War for Independence. Okay. Well, if they're not going to take over Romagna, I'm actually okay with that. I was concerned that they were annexing this, but it looks like no, they're not doing that. So that seems fine. I think it's fairly likely that Portugal or France declares a war on the HRE in response to this. We'll have to be prepared for that. So this is our trade fleet right now. Our trade fleet definitely needs to be boosted up, but I want to go protect trade. We don't have an admiral here. We should probably get one. That's kind of a terrible admiral, but it's fine. I want to protect trade in whatever trade node would be most valuable for us. Currently, that's going to be Alexandria at 7 point some. Yeah, 7.59. So that looks good, but I want to increase the number of frigates here to 50. So we'll do that. that looks good. And then down here, we've got our transport fleet, which is actually currently at 51. Okay, I guess we'll leave it be. And then, where's our additional heavy ships at? We're working on them out over here, I think. Let's see, heavy ships. These are all light ships. Okay, so that's currently working there. I feel like we queued up additional heavy ships here to 25. Maybe we lost them in the war. Let's go ahead and bring that up to 25. So that'll be fine. Our manpower, we're working through this deficit. It's going to take some time. That singular siege cost us so much manpower. We rolled really badly on it, and that's absolutely fine. So for the moment, this seems okay. We just need to work through our manpower deficit. And this is, of course, costing us extra money, but money isn't a big concern at this moment. So, we could build state houses, theoretically. But these, actually, possible number of buildings plus 1. These don't take a building slot. That's very interesting. So we completed our estate agenda. These cost $475 each. So we probably want to build courthouses first. That'll drop our estate maintenance. And this is absolutely fine. I do want to invest money in this because what else are we going to invest the money into, right? So that's absolutely great. At this point, we are only 1 year ahead of time in admin tech, and that year is going to be up very soon. So we're definitely going to get these technologies soon. We need some dip tech here. We need about 100 dip tech. This cost is going to be reduced by 10%. We're going to be pretty close. And we're definitely going to have the mill. So that looks good. We're going to get access to conscription centers and new cavalry and artillery combat width. Okay, we're going to have some work to do here. So that's noted. We lost a military leader. That's this guy down over here. I'm not going to roll that military leader until after we have this mill tech. That's going to be now. Okay, so we have access to all 3 technologies on 1 January. That's perfect. We're going to grab this and put us ahead of time for 13 years. And then we're going to grab this and put us ahead of time for 13 years. And then we're going to grab this and put us ahead of time for 13 years. Absolutely wonderful. Now, we're not working on dropping our corruption at this moment other than passive corruption drop, but it's only 0.15, so that's going to naturally be gone very, very soon. I think that's okay. We do need new cavalry, so this is going to be Cossack cavalry or winged hussars, and we're going to go for the winged hussars. Swivel cannon is looking like horse artillery. Okay, so that'll be fine. But we do need to roll up a general here. It looks like we have enough to do so. So we're going to do that. This is a very mediocre general. Okay, that's fine, I guess. So that looks good for the moment, but we're slowly working on bringing up this army. And these guys are not drilling. They should be. We'll get them drilling, and these guys are drilling. These guys are drilling as well, and these are as well. Okay, perfect. So we're going to need to expand our military, but our manpower is at 0. So we're going to have to wait on that. I think that's absolutely fine. I'm not terribly concerned about that. So we can start to build town halls instead of courthouses, which we're going to do. We do have some of these courthouses being built already. We'll get them upgraded later. Everybody just left the military coalition against us. The military coalition is falling apart. That's surprising to me. Interesting. Very interesting. Specifically, Fars left it. Ah, the Farsi opinion is down to -43. Okay, that's good. We're going to continue to chill for now, but if they're not actually going to do anything, the military coalition, then we are just delighted. We're still chilling. We are still chilling. I'm expecting a war with the HRE to brew up with either France or Portugal relatively soon. Because the HRE is going to be weakened by their existing war. So I'm expecting that. We're in preparation for that right now. And we can also choose a new idea group. We also lost our statesman. We'll deal with that in just a moment. So, we currently have active a diplomatic idea, a military idea. We should probably go with an an administrative idea here. So what do we want to go for? Humanist ideas is interesting for sure. That would give us access to, I mean, acceptance. I want to kind of convert though. So missionary schools, we don't really need the additional missionaries, but missionary strength plus 3% would be a very big deal for us for Mecca specifically, but only Mecca. This might be overkill. Let's take a peek here. So if we were to go into here, and Mecca's the only place that we need to convert at this time. If we were to do that, missionary strength is minus 1.5%. We can get there just with an advisor. And our advisor just died. We can go for this guy, and that would do the trick. So now we can convert in Mecca without having to go for religious ideas. I'm a little surprised it didn't pop up. Oh, it's because we're building a town hall here. I'm going to cancel that, and I want to start converting it instead, immediately. That's going to take 208 months, and that's understood. We're going to need to work on that for a while. We're only going to have half a point, but that's fine. So that's underway. Trade efficiency. This guy will do. We can't promote any of these. They're not promoted cultures. So we're going to be a little low on that for now, but that's okay. So as far as what admin idea group we want, I'm currently thinking infrastructure ideas, actually. Or maybe administrative. I kind of don't want any more than this, though. I'd love to get trade ideas. We're not in a position to do that right now. We want to choose an admin idea group. Maybe we just leave this open for the time being. Maritime ideas is getting close to full. We could go for trade ideas next. Just to boost our trade power. That would be a useful thing for sure. But I really do want to grab an admin one. Innovative is interesting, for sure. Then there's also expansion. We wouldn't want to actually colonize. We just use these to boost our development. But we're in a high development region, so I don't think that's even that big of a deal. Global tariffs, whatever. I don't care. None of this is relevant. So we could go for humanist ideas just to make it so that separatism is no longer a thing, and we don't care about any of this stuff. I'm going to grab this for now. We may choose something else later. As long as we don't have any of these chosen, there's no penalty to swapping. I'm just going to grab that for the moment, and we'll think about it for now. So that looks good. I do want to build more town halls, and we'll just get those queued up. So that looks great. And we're working on getting a bunch of these ships finished up. That'll finish up soon enough. Saclumia declared war. Good for them. And we do have a rebel uprising in Mecca brewing, so I'm going to choose this army, not the one that's not full. And we're going to head on down here. I'm going to unmothball our fort in Mecca. So let's fully maintain that. Okay, so that'll be fine. Wendala has sown discontent among our population, so this is a good reason to go for humanist. For sure. So we're going to come down over this way, and these Meccans are going to fire right now. Okay, so this is absolutely fine. They are not able to take this fort anytime soon. We're going to gain the 100 admin power, and that means that we're very, 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 very soon going to be able to get this idea. -2 national unrest and religious harmonization speed. So I don't know how religious harmonization works in Europa. That's potentially something to look up. Hang on. EU for religious harmonization. How does this work? You can harmonize other religions. Oh, this is a Confucian thing? It's specifically for Confucian countries. Okay, so that's irrelevant to us then. Sure. We'll accept the noble demands for now, I think. -10% national tax is painful. Actually, I'm going to take the stability hit here. Yeah, that's a little wild. But we need to boost our stability back up so that our missionary can convert. But there we go. We just spent admin power on that. instead of ducats. It's very strange. Normally, under 99% of circumstances, I would not have done that. But in this case, we've kind of got some extra admin power. So that's fine for now. We're going to continue to work on the conversion here. We're at 2.3%. It's very slow. Very slow indeed. Is there anything else that we can do to boost that up? Well, we could reduce the development there. That's a terrible idea. Exploiting development is really bad. I don't want to do that. I think we'll just be patient and leave this guy here for now. There's that non-accepted culture. We could promote Hijazi to be an accepted culture. That would actually boost this by a lot. We haven't done much for cultural acceptance here. So Hijazi is 10% of our country. We would need dip power to do it. But we can do it right now. It's 10%. I think it's worthwhile. Let's do it. So we'll promote that up, and Mecca is now considered an accepted culture. There's now 0 unrest here, but if we look at this, we can now see our total missionary strength is 2.5%. This is now going to be done much more reasonably in 4 years. That looks good. So no issue there. Let's get these guys back to drilling. We still need about another 10k manpower to get our manpower maxed back out. That's okay. We're almost there. We'll continue to work on some of these town halls. Excellent. And as we can see, our governing capacity is dropping, and that's fantastic. So we have our transport fleet here. That's okay. And do we want to consider doing another war somewhere up over this way? Perhaps fighting Maghreb. Well, they're allied with England, Romania, and the new Holy Roman Empire. Well, there's not much Romania left. The HRE did take a chunk of their territory. So that's certainly noted. If we were to do this, we have no CB, I'm aware of that. But if we were to do this, we would be fighting England. And is England a problem? Honestly? Kinda. Not a tremendous issue for us, but certainly a bit of an issue. Who else might we be interested in fighting up here? Tlemcen? Maybe. What do they got? Catalonia and Navarra. That's actually very interesting. Hang on. As far as we're coming right now. But Catalonia and Navarra. So Catalonia is these guys right here. And then Navarra, where are they? They're not in their normal spot. Oh, it's these guys. I was thinking about the HRE Navarra, not this Navarra. There are multiple Navarras, if I remember correctly. So that would be these guys. They are somewhat powerful, but we probably wouldn't care. I'm going to start fabricating a claim out over here. It's going to take some time. We're going to have to bring that up to 30. But that seems fine. We're starting to bank manpower now. We're definitely going to want to bring a couple of armies over here. We probably don't want to contest this territory up here. I don't think we want to take any of that. We likely can't even take all of Tlemcen, if I had to guess. But let's start moving some of these guys over this way. Yep, that is a location they can sit. So we're absolutely going to do that. Cool. So off we go there. Goods produced modifier, or yeah, we'll limit any excess. So that seems fine. We'll get these guys to drilling, and then the next question is, can we get these? What is this battle? Oh, not us. Okay. Can we get these to sit anywhere without taking attrition out over here? Here. Okay. I guess it's fine. So we'll get them on out there, and they'll arrive relatively soon. But we need to continue to bank manpower for right now, and that's absolutely fine. We can celebrate a festival, which I think we should do, obviously. Wait a second. There's something very wrong here. It's taking this fleet. Get over here. Not you. Okay. We'll just do this manually. It's fine. It took the wrong fleet. We don't want them to sail all the way around Africa. That would be bad. So at this point, I want to attach to transport, and we're just going to sail right on up over here. Perfect. So that seems fine. We'll have 3 of our armies up over there. But remember, we need to expand out our armies. We are at 200 out of 206, but our combat width is now 36. So that means that we should have a little bit more here. And do we want more cavalry? Yeah. I'm going to take this up to 12. That'll put us at 36 combat width for our front line. So we're going to have these at 12, we're going to have these at 12, and then we're going to have these, once they arrive, at 12. That'll put us at 208, and we're going to need a little bit more manpower here. Get drilling. There we go. Cool. So that seems fine for now. We can't really expand our backline without massively exceeding our force limit, and that's fine for the moment. I do want to get more construction going here. That's going to be more town halls. Excellent. Aragon was building a spy network. Very rude. Is there an Aragon? Apparently. Well, they don't appear to be in Aragon, so I don't know where they are. Gold rush. Ooh, that's a lot of ducats. It's some inflation as well, don't get me wrong, but that inflation will naturally go away. We're not concerned about the inflation. It'll go away in a year. That's not a problem. So that seems okay. At this point, what we need to do is we need to spend that money, and I'm going to spend it on more town halls. We're going to get all of this queued on up. Beautiful. So that's absolutely fantastic. We're building lots and lots of town halls. State maintenance minus 10% there as well. So how much are we paying in state maintenance right now? That's about 10 ducats. So it's not a huge amount that we're going to be saving, but it's definitely interesting for sure. We're gaining about 1,600 manpower per month. That seems good. So checking in on the coalition status at this moment. Alexandria is still pretty angry. Al Said is as well. I definitely want to expand out over this way and not over here for now. That's going to be a very valuable thing to do. So let's queue up a couple more townhouses here. Excellent. And everything is looking good. We just need to get this spy network finished up and attack Tlemcen. So we're going to be fighting a couple of people here. We're going to be fighting Catalonia, Navarra, and Tlemcen unless they get another ally between now and then. We'll find out. They're currently hostile towards us, but what are they going to do? They're upset about our unlawful territory. I don't care about the unlawful territory. Nobody can do anything about it to stop us. We are in a position where, because France and Portugal will defend us, nobody can stop us. So that's great. Very, very good. We do need a fair amount of additional spy network done here, so we're definitely not going to be doing this attack this episode. Our truce with Alexandria is up, and I do want to start thinking about attacking them somewhat soon. I'm willing to bet Alexandria, Cairo, and Al Said are going to try to band together and become kind of an axis against us, but I don't think that's going to be very effective, to be honest. So that seems fine, and we are going to just continue to get some of these town halls queued up. Perfect. And we got 10% more local production efficiency for grain producers. I love it. Seems great. So we can invest in an idea. And do we want to start going down the humanist tree? Well, we're 10 years ahead of time, so we can definitely start working on this. National unrest is great. Religious harmonization, we're not Confucian. We just determined that that doesn't matter to us. So this is just national unrest. Years of separatism minus 10 is huge. Absolutely huge. That's all of the separatism, for the record. Tolerance of heretics plus 2 would be useful, although we'll convert them eventually. Max promoted cultures plus 2. Yeah, we'd love that. Intolerance of heathens and religious unity. Honestly, that's not all that big of a deal for us. Improved relations plus 30 is pretty good. And heretics and heathens, whatever. And idea cost minus 10%. That's pretty good if we weren't doing this, you know, towards the tail end of our ideas. But, sure. Well, let's grab this for now. That will drop our national unrest by 2, which is itself huge. So that seems great. I want to check in on the status of converting mecha. Okay. That'll be done very soon. So that seems great. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to go to war for Tlemcen, and that should be interesting. Which reminds me, we need to expand our fleet size for our transports if we're going to expand our armies. So let's get that queued up, but like I said, it is time to put that cut in, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Aurelio, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge, Jeskiel, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.